middle with the headscarf. That's one of Harry Townsend's photographs. So where would she be heading for?
Well, looks like she's got some shopping in the bag. She's got a baggy stocking. She's probably going, there wasn't much down the New Kent Road, so she may be going down there to Walworth Road.
Yeah, so she would have come from London Road.
Yeah. Or she may be going home. She's got some fish or something, or they had everything down London Road, the butchers, the bakers. So she may have got a shopping and gone. And they built that terrible shopping centre.
Where's the photo of London Road? Let's have a look at that.
Yes. They had everything in London Road and it just all disappeared, sadly. Then when you came out of Saturday morning pictures, you'd go and have pie and mash.
Down London Road?
Yeah, down London Road. And then you'd go up Baldwin, the sarsaparilla shop on the corner of Elephant Road, and you'd have a pint of sarsaparilla, and you thought you were grown up like.
And at what point did that change? How old were you when you felt you were too...
25, no.
You were too
well,
young. That you grew on to... What was the next stage?
I think when you were about 11, perhaps, because you couldn't get in the swimming pool up Bedlam then.
Oh, I remember it stopping before that, because we used to come out and have pie and mash in London Road. But I don't remember... We never went for sarsaparilla. Sometimes, if we had money, we went to Ferraro's and had Pepsi and ice cream.
Yeah, we'd go to Ferraro's, but it was generally later in the day. You'd have
or after football.
You could get a block, but we never had a fridge to put the block in, so you had to eat it there and then.
Unfortunately.
Bet you know that one.
Oh, yeah. That's Jim.
Yeah. Your brother-in-law.
Yeah. Oh, he had a sense of humour.
Did he?
Remember, oh, blimey, yeah. Steve Tull used to hang over this must have been their side shop.
That's the one in London Road.
Oh yeah.
Because they had one in Brook Drive, didn't they?
Oh yeah, that was the workshop that Jim.
Yeah, my brother used to knock on the door, say, "Have you got any old boxes?"
Yeah.
And get chased away.
What, that he made the
He made
coffins?
the coffees, yeah.
Yeah.
In Brook Drive?
Yes,
Yeah.
on the corner. No, not quite on the corner. Before we're going up.
Dante Road.
Dant Road.
I must have met Marian either at Brownies or at school. And she was a good friend, because years ago I had a terrible stammer. A friend tells me that I've made up for it since, but I had a terrible stammer and Marian was my only friend.
Oh.
Nobody else wanted to know.
Wow.
And, and I thought all the way through my life, I've always appreciated that of Marian, because she must have waited forever for the words to come out, but she was that good. She was that kind and thoughtful.
We talked about the Trocadero.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we love the Troc, yeah.
Who did you see at the Troc?
Hmm?
Who did you see at the Troc when it was a theatre?
We used to go to see the films. It was a
Yeah.
family affair, because at one stage we lived with Gran. Well, we had rooms at the top, in St George's Road, but the whole family, we used to go to the Trocadero, and Dad came with. This is funny, really. Dad had a motorbike, but he came with us once. One of my aunts loved peanuts, and Dad couldn't bear any crunching, so this is a story. He came with us once, but he said, "Nell, I don't think I'll be getting." That was Mum. "Nell, I don't think I should be going next week. I'll have something wrong with my motorbike," because he couldn't bear the crunching of the peanuts. But well, it's when Teddy Joyce was there. With, I think he married a woman called Lily Boucher or somebody like that. And then you had the going on British News. You had the songs used to come up. I think they were the same songs but in a different order every week. Then we had the Wurlitzer or the organ.
So everyone would sing. So you would have songs. Everyone.
Would sing. The words would come up.
And Dennis Norden was the manager, wasn't he, of the Troc?
Well, I don't know who the manager was. But you'd wait outside, and there was a gentleman, he had a bad leg. He used to sell chewing gum, come along the queue and you'd buy chewing gum. And then you'd have somebody with chains.
Yeah, and they're doing little acts on the pavement, to entertain them, they'd get a few pennies or...
And I remember one man, the man who had to get out of a sack or something. But the trouble was, it started to rain. The poor man, he's still inside the sack. And the queue moved in, so he didn't get any money. I
think I've still seen him. He's still there.
But then they pulled the Troc down. I don't know what year did they pull the Troc down?
About 1960.
Was it?
Around about then, yeah. You should never have done it. It should have been listed, but it was a beautiful building. Beautiful. Well, it was only built in 1930, I think.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
Art Deco.
Because we used to go there nearly every Saturday, the whole family, or very occasionally we'd go to the cinema that was just across the road.
The ABC,
Were people ever horrible to you because you were Irish, or there was a prejudice?
When we first arrived here, when I first came over, when I had no children and we were looking for accommodation, you go round and it'd be a nose in the window, a flat for hire, but no Irish and no dogs.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
No Irish need apply.
That must have been terrible. That's awful, really, isn't it? I think we're glad we've moved on. Tell me a bit about the work, because you had, was it 4 children?
Yeah.
But you had to go out to work as
well.
well.
Oh yeah, I done early morning cleaning.
Right.
I worked for Legal and General for 20 years, and I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd get the 21 bus over to Cannon Street. But that time, I wasn't the only one. Yeah. You get out in the morning to that bus stop, and there could be 15, 16 women all going cleaning. It was the in thing. Everyone done it. You know?
I suppose if you've got children, the hours.
And then I used to go, it was from 6 till 9, but I used to go early to get home, to let him go out to work, not to leave the children on their own. So I used to get up at 4 and go at 5.
Amazing.
But I was there for over 20 years for Legal and General. Yeah. After that, when the kids got a bit older, I still went on the cleaning, and I used to go home, get them out of school, and the pubs used to open that time till 11, and they used to close at 3.
Yes, because they weren't open all the
time.
So
I went home after doing my cleaning, and then I went back and I worked in the pub because I got to know how to do the bar work through helping in the club.
Yeah. You could pull a good pint.
I got the experience.
You could pull a good pint.
And I used to go there. I worked in the Cannon.
Right.
Me and Sadie Keegan, she was another Irish woman. With me and Sadie worked in the Cannon in Cannon Street, in the bar. And I started off working in the bar, and after a few weeks, he called me in and he said, "Would you be interested in doing the food?" Oh, I said, "I wouldn't know much about doing." No, he said, "I'll show you, I'll train you." He trained me how to do the food and make stews and curries and used to do all that. And
Well,
they had a hot plate
right.
in the bar, and the food would be all done downstairs and put into the hot plate. You know when you come in and the stainless steel.
With the lights on. Yeah.
I was to do that by 12 o'clock. At 12 then I'd come up and work in the bar till 3.
But then you had to go home and make the tea for
Yeah.
everyone at home.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And there was a shop there in where we were, Lipton's. Do you ever remember Lipton's shop?
Yeah, Lipton's tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go to Lipton's and do my shopping to going home.
Right, so you got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you
Yeah.
did the cleaning.
I did
got
it
the
for
kids-
years.
Got the kids off to school, and then you had the bar job,
Yeah.
and then you had to do the tea.
I never done night work or evening work
Right.
at all, no.
We probably needed to sleep.
What time did you get to bed then?
I never went to bed early. I never, no.
There were so many pubs back then, almost on every corner.
We had the Prince of Wales, and the next one you had the Gibraltar. You had
And
the
the Princess.
Pineapple further up. The Princess of Wales there.
The Albert, of course, and the Two Eagles.
Yeah,
And they had different licensing hours, didn't they? So they would close at
Close at
3.
3, yeah,
Unless
apart
they
from
were
Sunday.
Sunday it was 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, 12 till 2 on a Sunday.
Yeah, and you'd often get men staying there, like hanging about there, and the wife would go up and say, "Here's your bloody dinner," and throw it on the counter. But yeah.
So what sort of drinks did they serve in the pubs then? Was it mainly beers or?
Well, they did have shorts, because lots of women used to drink gin and peppermint and gin and tonic.
Port and lemon?
Port and lemon.
The
yeah.
older woman would drink a Mackerson or a
Yeah.
milk stout.
Not a pint though, just...
No, just a bottle, in fact.
Yeah.
It'd be a-
yeah.
And men would drink brown ale or pale ale, or you'd have light and bitter.
But light and bitters came a bit later,
later.
didn't it? Because
Yeah.
it's before lager was...
I was going to
Oh,
say
yeah.
no lagers.
No,
No.
and
So
that
this is-
gave a bit of effervescence.
I used to drink pale ale. What did you drink?
Light and bitters, but
Oh right, yeah,
but Double Diamond, which was almost a light and bitter.
But I was sort of 15. I got drunk in the Prince of Wales just before Christmas on pale ale. I suppose I did about 4 or 5. And I was sick as a dog, and my mum and dad were rubbing me back down the loo. and it sort of ruined me Christmas. I said never again, but I did still. Even though I signed the pledge at the Tabernacle when I was about 5, you had to sign the pledge so you were never going to drink.
I've never signed that pledge.
Then let's just go back a bit to Father Luke and the borough and the Catholic club. What was all that like?
Oh, that was very... Yeah, it was a great community of a Saturday night. Like they had a bar and all that. And, eventually then I used to help, voluntary. I used to help in the club. I used to do Sunday night with Father Luke behind the bar, me serving. And my sister used to do Saturday night. It was all voluntary work. And they used to have Irish music and Irish bands in there.
Right.
And it was really...
So was it beer on tap? Did you have to pull it?
Oh
or
yeah, it
did
was an ordinary, like a pub.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Where was that? Wasn't the Shamrock Club, was it?
No, that was in the borough. It was called John Gerald.
Oh, right. Whereabouts?
John Gerald in Union Street,
Oh, right.
just
Oh,
across the
it's
road
still
from the
there.
church.
Oh, yes.
Was it
That's
there
where-
when you were a child?
No, it had been closed down
Oh.
then, but then they built those flats.
Yeah.
No, that's where the old girl, the old cow, my
Oh,
grandma, would,
go for a drink.
yeah, but when she couldn't go, which was often, as far as I know, she was bedridden.
Oh, so someone would
Except-
take a jug.
Yeah, and it was usually Jessie that got sent round with the jug to the, what was it called, the something to do with the railway arms.
Oh, all right.
Why? Don't know, because there was no railway near other than the Elephant.
And they'd
Or
fill the
the other
jug up
way.
and you'd take it home and
Yeah,
they'd have their beer.
and I mean, it was just those few homes, but she hated it. Oh, just hated doing that job.
So that would
that
have
was
been
during
the
the war?
1940s, in the 40s, that
So
would
you
have...
worked at the Ministry of Supply?
Way back, that started me off, yeah.
Wow. During the war?
14.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was interesting. And was that supplying?
Well, I was a wages clerk,
Right.
so I wasn't involved with any of that, you know.
But it was dealing with, what did the Ministry of Supply supply?
I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I haven't got.
Interesting.
I just had to work out the wages,
Right.
and with that, you had a ready reckoner
Right.
to work. Well, I had industrials, and I had to work out their hourly rate and things. But I loved it, and I loved doing that. I learnt from that.
They had a system, I suppose it was a system, where these thin strips of paper with all little tiny headings on there were filled in by stall holders, Smiths stall holders, from stations,
Right.
yeah, and they would fill them in for the goods, not goods, but for the things they wanted, they required, you know, if they'd sold out all of their pencils, they'd want
Yeah.
more
That
pencils,
order forms or
notepads, and
something, yeah.
order forms, thank you. And but they were only narrow, and so from one area of the country, you had to stick all the stall holders in that area together, and I used to stick the wrong ones together. Bugger up the system.
Did you get told off? Did you have a strict overseer?
Oh, well, we had a supervisor who was very nice, and then the manageress came back from her holidays. She was horrified to find that I'd been employed there and I wasn't 14 yet. Oh, there was hell to pay because people under 14 weren't supposed to be working. It was entirely illegal. So somebody really got the rough end of her tongue.
So how many years were you there?
Till I was 16 or 17.
Connie, you started to tell me a story about the teddy bear.
Oh yeah.
I would love to.
Did you want to? Can you bear to hear it again?
I can.
Well, I'll try not to bore you too much.
Okay.
But Mother's family was a large family of Carmichaels, and every Christmas, two of the cousins that lived at Kennington, and my late sister and I, we'd gather round the Christmas tree, and every year one of the cousins would go first. And that's how it was done, sort of rostered, so that we didn't go first the next year. Anyway, so one year, at the bottom of the tree, was this lovely teddy bear. My uncle used to deal in second-hand toys. I wish I'd asked a bit more about that. But he'd come with these toys, and then one of the cousins would go up, or Ellen and I would go up in our turn, and there he was that Christmas, and I was due to go last. And there he was. He got odd eyes, patched up paws. Oh, but I wanted that teddy bear. To me, he was perfect. I should try not to get emotional, but anyway. But my cousin, my younger cousin, she was going third, and I was going fourth that year, and I couldn't look up. I couldn't look up until somebody said, "Connie, it's your turn." Then I looked. There he was.
Oh, waiting for you under the tree.
Mind you, I've got to be honest, I didn't talk much in those days. I've got a vague feeling, my memory tells me that I sort of made it known that I wanted that teddy bear.
Oh.
But I have got a teddy bear. I'm jumping now. I have got a teddy bear that was my comfort toy when I was an evacuee. I've still got him.
Oh, we'll have to have a picture of him. Where is he?
Now, tell me about this teddy. What's he called?
Well, I call him Poppy Mummy. and it's like me now. But yes, and I don't know. I never liked dolls very much, but I love teddy bears.
The blood will run to his head. You want to sit him up a bit.
We were living in Euclid Street. There was a big drying room and with a mangle and all that in it for the flats. And no one used to use it. And Tommy would come on and he used to get his animals and put them in. He used to go to Club Row, you know Club Row? But the animals, used to sell animals just along the top.
Wow.
Club Row, do you remember
There were
that?
guide dogs there, yeah.
He'd go down there and he'd buy something. He bought a ferret once. I brought it home and it got all
What
of
about
it.
Mum, the little miniature crocodile? You went in the boat.
Oh, he brought a crocodile on the bus.
Is that in Newcomen Street?
He brought a crocodile.
Nutter, Tommy.
He went to the pet shop and he went and bought this little crocodile. But even then, the people in the pet shop wouldn't sell it to him. But what did he do? He got my sister to sign for him.
Right.
He knew I wouldn't want it.
No. Who would want a crocodile?
He was always very clever. In his bedroom, he organised a little tank and he organised heating into it. And he had a crocodile in the little tank. But as the days went on, the crocodile got bigger.
But didn't the neighbours complain about a crocodile in the flat?
I didn't know what to do with it, so what did I do? I had a big carrier bag. And I put the crocodile into it and I brought it back up to the pet shop, didn't I?
Oh.
Can you imagine she's sitting on the bus?
And it was on the bus and the bag was moving, you know. I brought it back for a pack.
Oh,
But we had murder over, he was annoyed. But you couldn't have it smell. After a while you could smell him when you went into the room.
Oh, this was, now what was his name? Trigger, Roy Rogers' horse. Trigger. Well, going back now to Councillor Street, because we were bombed, we had to be rehoused, and well, I think the area was regenerated anyway. And while I was at work, and Dad had taken time off to be at home with Mum, when this lady called, a welfare lady, and because I got this in the evening when I got back, I said, a lady came today because we've got to move because of the bomb damage. Right. So I said, when have we got to move? Well, he said, there's a problem. He said, because the lady noticed that we've got a cat, and she said, oh, but you can't take your cat with you. I said, what did you say, Dad? He said, in that case, we don't move. And we were the last family to go. Dad's not normally stroppy, but he wasn't going to have the cat put down because we were moving. So anyway, that was the end of that. Off she went. And then somebody, I don't know if it's the same lady or not, but a few months later, somebody came again. Mr. Grand, if we say you can take the cat with you this time, on the understanding that when he passes that you don't have another, because you're going into council properties. Will you agree to that? Dad said, we will agree to that, but we will not have him put down. So we were the last people to be rehoused.
To smell that smoke and the drink and hear the piano. Often I've stood outside pubs with my bag of crisps, trying to look in and see what was going on.
One bag of crisps and one bottle of lemonade.
You know, that's the thing we don't even think about now so much with the smoking ban, but did everybody smoke?
Everybody
Were you encouraged to smoke?
Everybody,
Was
yeah.
it like a rite of passage when you were about 14?
Well, I
15?
rehearsed smoking and used to lie on the front room floor because I didn't want to look a wally when I smoked, and it was a waste of time because I never did smoke. I had one when I was 10, took it down, the room spun, I thought that's it. So I never, no, did you smoke?
I did actually, but I gave it up 45 years ago. I haven't had a puff since. I'm actually really proud of that. But no, I smoked quite heavily at one stage.
But was it sort of like
Everybody
the thing
smoked.
to do and part of the entertainment or the night?
Well,
out?
everybody smoked.
Yeah.
You go to a family party and you could cut the air. So, I've never been a smoker, but I'm as likely anybody else to get chest trouble.
And in all the pubs, you could see it almost dripping
Yeah.
from the ceiling, where the nicotine would just cake and cake and cake.
And was it trams when you were young, or buses, or can you remember?
Mostly trams, I remember, yeah.
Was that down London Road or St George's?
St George's Road and London Road, yeah, the tram lines. And then in 1953, I think the last tram from London, and that was a big event. And then buses took over, and the tarry blocks came up, and people sold
Yeah.
those for.
We used to go out for the tarry blocks
Yeah.
to help put on the fire, yeah.
So what are the tarry blocks?
Well, you got cobblestones in lots of roads. Well, there you had tarry blocks. They were blocks, and I think they had some sort of resin on them. But when they really burnt well, so when they were no longer used, the roads, my cousin used to dig them up and put them in bags and sell them to all the neighbours for their fires, and they burnt really
They're
well.
lovely on the fire, yeah. And a beautiful smell with that tar.
Yeah.
Well, they reckon it was good for the nostrils, didn't they?
Yeah, well, when they were doing something tarmac in the street, your mum would say, go out and stand by it and breathe it in, but it'll clear your chest.
My mum used to say that as well. You were working, and so presumably you would have to give your money to your mum, your
yes.
wages, and then you'd have a bit of spend left.
Yeah, £0.50.
Half a crown. And what would you spend it on, or would you save it? What would you do?
Save it.
Or not?
Well, there was the pictures to go to.
Right.
Clothes, stockings.
Where would you get those from?
Collier's at the Elephant,
Right.
which was a woman's clothing shop, come haberdashery, they sold there, and then also household things, you could buy china there, and I think they had some furniture. It was an everything store.
Right.
Yeah.
How much was a pint of beer, say in the 50s and the 60s? You remember?
I can't remember, no.
When I used,
Yeah, go on, carry on.
I used to go down the Old Kent Road when I was a teenager with my friends to a pub called the Wellington, which had a band on. And we used to go out with £1, probably have 5 or 6 drinks, lime bitters or whatever. And on the way home, we'd buy fish and chips from where Tesco's is now, and still have change of £1. So
It's true. I thought it was just an evil rumour.
no, that was, if you had £1, oh,
£1
Yeah, if you
note,
had a
that would have
pound,
been
yeah.
not a coin.
I found £5 note in Hampton Street, and now I call it Fiver Street, because that's when £5 notes were never heard of. But you had to find something like that. That's why at Christmas, if you got 10 pence, or 10 pence, which was 2 shillings, that was a lot of money. You could do a lot with it.